Dune deserves an opening credits for its show. And their opening credits is pretty good, and it's worth exploring with you because it shows some interesting things. It starts off with the sign language or hand signals of the Bene Gesserit when they activate their powers or start to use their powers. It shows the pomegranate which we saw in episode 1 as part of the wedding ceremony. And then it closes and it almost looks like a Lynchian sandworm from the 1984 film. Not sure whether that was intentional or not, but it's still kind of cool to see. And that turns into sand, so it could be intentional. We get to see whale fur, which is something from the Frank Herbert book, a commodity sold and traded. And this is actually linked to House Harkonnen because in the terminology of the Imperium in the Dune book, it says that the return of House Harkonnen to power generally is ascribed to a clever manipulation of the welfare market, and later a consolidation with melange wealth from Arrakis. So the whale fur market is the first step to House Harkonnen gaining more power. We see a bull, which probably was the bull that killed Paulus Atreides, and we see that bull in Dune Part 1. We're also going to see it later on in the show. And then we get to see something really interesting, an orange eye. Now for those of you who have read all 6 of Frank Herbert's Dune books, you might recognize this as a sign of the Honored Martyrs of Dune, another faction, which basically the Bene Gesserit have to deal with as well. But this comes obviously much later, so it's interesting to see this eye now in the opening credits. But I guess what this is trying to show is that the creators of the show are aware of all of the 6 books of Frank Herbert,